Shed your past selves, be someone else. You yell out loud in the middle of my mouth. Four winds drown the hours, you never come out.
Hello, beautiful beans. How's it going? I'm not really awake yet, I think. But that'll either happen or it won't. It's fine. Hi, Stars. Good to see you. I'm not sure where I want to start on this today, if I'm being honest. Maybe I want to start by putting some masking fluid on the buttons here, because that seems like the right call to me. So let's start by doing that, and then we'll see. We'll see. Oh, this is getting chonky. I'm gonna need to buy a new one soon. I don't really use this enough to actually go through a container before it goes bad, but it's sure on its way. Yeah. That's lovely. You guys want to see something gross? I'm sure you do. That's what we all want to see first thing in the morning, right? I guess it's not morning for all of you, but like, we have some latex snot going on here. So I don't think I should actually be using this, because, yeah. I believe we've gone off. Yep. Hi, Rainbow. Good to see you. Stars, you should use your command and Rainbow's command. I know you won't do it unless I tell you to. But, yeah. So never mind. We aren't doing masking fluid. We're just going to really focus on not painting over the buttons on the controller. That's how that's going to go. And I will add that as a thing that I should do. Thank you. Because, yeah. I don't think I have to do anything special to throw this away. I'm pretty sure. Hi, Al. Early morning for you. Good morning. Let's say, yeah, I know it can fuck up my eyes. Don't drink it. Yep, got it. Don't inhale it. Got it. No, I don't think I need to do anything special. I'm always honored with your presence, Al. Yeah, I know. What kind of art supply that I can't drink? Bullshit. The other option that I could do is like cut tape out and put it over that, but that's too much. We're not doing that. That's stupid. We'll just be careful when we're going around. Like, I should be able to eat and drink all of my art supplies. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. I already said I don't really know where I want to start today on this. I think the easiest thing is going to be the beads here. The other ones are a little bit more complicated. Exactly, Rainbow. Like, what the heck? I do want to put another layer of purple over the sparkle that we added here, but I gotta be careful about that because it's gonna reactivate the sparkle. So I think that we can work on that right now, and then I will go and pull up one of my reference images for the other stuff, and we'll figure that out. Okay. We're just gonna do it. This is one of the scary parts. Doing a wash over something is always like mildly horrifying. But I need the sparkle to look like it's actually underneath the plastic, like embedded in the plastic. Is that the word that I mean? I don't know. You guys figure it out. I'm not in charge of words today. But with the metallic paints, it really like reactivates very quickly. So it's scary. But how is everybody else doing? How are we doing today in your various time zones? Oh, Rainbow, also, while you're here, if you aren't like super busy and so just kind of lurking, did you want to set up a time on Wednesday next week to hang out and talk spreadsheets? That's exciting, Al. New nephew. Okay, that made basically no difference, but I feel better about it. Because I don't think I have anything on Wednesday next week. I do need to say that I'm not going to be streaming on Monday because I have a modeling session. Yeah, that'll work great for me, Rainbow. So I'm usually like up and ready to go. Like I've gotten my breakfast in me and I am vaguely arrived as a person by like noon your time, so like 11 my time. But I can be up earlier than that if that works better for you. But we can do like a lunch date kind of situation if you want. If that works for you. But yeah, no stream Monday because I have a modeling session. Hi Aiden. Okay, perfect. You're in the calendar, Rainbow. I'll put you in right now. I do have dental work the day before, so I might talk funny, but we'll see. I'm packed this coming week, so I've got a vaccine tomorrow. I have a modeling session on Monday, and then I have like a crazy long dentist appointment on Tuesday, really early in the morning. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm getting 2 crowns and also getting the cleaning in that they couldn't do the last time I was in there because my hygienist called in sick. They didn't tell me that until I was already in the office, which was great. That was great for me. So yeah, we've got a packed week. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It is like my 2 of my front teeth because those are the ones that are most messed up. So it'll probably just feel funny on my lip, and I'll just keep poking my lip a bunch, but that's not important, honestly. Spreadsheets with Rainbow, noon on Wednesday. Well, noon for you, 11 for me. Okay. Don't repeat, but remind me in the morning, please. Ew. All right, there we go. Cuckoo. I've tagged you in some stuff on Tumblr, Aiden. You should go look. Speaking of. it be like that, honestly. Okay. Pulling up a reference image. That was the next thing I was doing to decide. I also need to add more masking fluid to my cart or I will forget until the next time I want to use masking fluid. I need Peebo drawing gum, please. Thank you. It's cheap, so it's not like it's a big deal, but... Oh, there's a coupon? Fuck yeah, man. So it's even cheaper. Baller. So I get it for like $5 instead of $1 million. Excellent. We're just gonna buy that and the other thing that I needed for work now. And then I'm going to print out the invoice when I'm done streaming. Oh, I should also get that. Okay. Listen to me live as I purchase things for my business. Yeah, I figured, Aiden, which is why I was telling you. But I've been tagging you in raccoon stuff. Obviously, like... Okay. Do that. That's good. Alright. And then I can print those and save adding them to my spreadsheet until I'm on call with Rainbow. And then that will be perfect to be an example of how I do things. Okay. And I still didn't pull up a reference photo. You know, your girl has ADHD so clearly. Oh, I also have a sticker to show you guys. Do you guys want to see a sticker? Where? There's my reference images. What do I want to do first? I think let's do the phone first. Because that one isn't super complicated, but I'll feel better once it's done. Yeah, so you guys remember that this is going to be the sticker for February. Yes, because we made this on stream together. And I got that printed out. Look at that. I still need to write the Patreon post. That's a tomorrow task, but he's got little hearts on him. So this will be the Patreon sticker club sticker for next month. So you can join to get that. I'll also be sending out the stickers for this month soon in the next few days. And that's this one based off of this art that we also did on stream. So those will be getting mailed out soon. You can join at any time in the month, and I will send you the sticker for the month. So you could join the last day and still get this one. So you could join on January 31st and still get your sticker. But yeah, so if you want these exclusive stickers, you should join my Patreon sticker club. All of the stickers for the sticker club are guaranteed exclusive for at least a week. Hi, Shawnee. Sometimes they go live on my shop, and sometimes the only way to get them is to have been part of the sticker club or to get lucky in a mystery bag, because the extras that I have printed and packed go into my mystery packs. If I have any left over, which I don't always, but that's the dealio. Okay. phone. That's what I'm doing. My brain is not online today, which, I mean, is my brain ever online? Questionable. But I am definitely very tired, which is funny. So I just like slept really hard, which means that waking up to an alarm the one day a week that I do that, which would be on Friday, so that I get up early enough to stream, was like a lot. I could have slept much longer than I did. Which I'll get plenty of sleep over the weekend and it's fine. Especially since I'm getting a vaccine tomorrow. I'll just conk out afterwards probably. But it's just one of those things where like I slept so hard that readjusting to consciousness is a problem. I also had like really weird dreams last night. Like even weird for me. Okay. Oh, excellent, Aiden. Love that for you. Hi, Sleepy. Good to see you. Okay. The only part of this that's purple is the inside. So I can just go with this. There is a little bit of sparkle in my paint because we did do some of the mica paints last time. So everything's just going to be a tiny bit sparkly. So if you wanted to buy this original, once I'm finished painting it, you would get to see some special little sparkles all the time. The mica just does not clean up, really. You just end up using all the mica that's left over in the water or on your paintbrushes or whatever. Which, again, patrons get first whack at all original pieces and most things before they go live in my shop. So, I guess I should let that dry a little bit before I add the purple in. I can also do with a smaller brush this guy. Classic, classic. Enjoy your snom, Aiden. Can do the buttons here. So they're all just still that kind of clear plastic that just looks a little bit gray. I'm not going to add numbers or anything on them because I don't think it's needed. Okay, the rest of that is purple. So let's work on our butterfly clips next. These are ones that I'm mildly intimidated by. I don't know why, but I am. I think maybe just because they're pearlescent, usually, so it makes me feel like the lighting is more difficult. But it really isn't. I also need to pick what colors I want to do for these. I think pink and purple, probably, but I might throw in like a cantaloupe color one, just for shits and giggles. I also have something in my paint. Hello, go away. Okay. I do think we might be able to finish this today. We'll see. If so, I have another thing in the works that we could work on Friday. I think I'll be able to get that inked and it'll be fine. Yeah, exactly, Sleepy. That's my thinking too. And also it's just like it's a nice color. You know? And I think in general it goes well with my branding colors too. I often use it. So like, let's do this one. Like clearly most of this stuff is purple, but you gotta add some other stuff in where it just gets samey and it doesn't pop, you know? So I added yellow on the friendship bracelet specifically. Yeah, I used a little bit of, just in case anybody was curious what kind of color I used, I used a little bit of titanium beige with a little bit of extra yellow. And so painted that and then lifted it up with a paper towel so that it's like really, really subtle. But I think that the little bit of a yellow tinge really, really makes the purple stand out nicely because they are complementary colors. So. Okay. Which maybe I'll make one of these like a pale yellow too. That would look nice. Because they did always come in like mixed colors. But I think I'll get base colors down and then I can just do shading over top of the base color with blue for the most part. Maybe some reds and that'll look really nice. Let me do some of this color too. But I think not right next to the ice cream. Right here. And I think the yellow one right there would work. But I don't want it to be quite that intense of a yellow. That's better. I think just having a couple different colors is where it's at for this. Oh, I did change the camera a little bit. Let me know if that's better or worse, or if you didn't even notice until I said something, which is probably the ideal situation there. I just moved you guys closer to me a little bit. Right? I'm thrilled with how this came out. I am going to add some white ink shine spots, but that's like a last time. Brain, can you make that sentence with words that make sense, please? That's like a last step situation. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Thanks, bud. Yeah. I just like making little goop trails because I don't know if everybody was like this, but I never finished a ring pop all at once. I'd get it wet and then like leave it there, which meant that it would melt a little bit onto the base. So like the little goop there, it was like that. Because eventually I did that with like big candy canes too. Because if you leave it a little moist, the texture changes. and like the outer layer gets like chewy, which I always liked. So that's fair, Sleepy. Okay. I think while those dry, we can probably add some purple to the phone here. And I want that to be a little bit blue tinted purple. Oh my god, Rainbow. You're so powerful. I do always end up crunching a Tootsie Pop. That's for sure, Z's. Yeah, that's fair. I'm impressed you made it that far because I sure wouldn't have. Man, okay, I just realized something. So I was thinking that adding a phone to this was kind of boring. Like I did pick one of those phones that has the purple plastic that we all love and miss so much from the early 2000s. Um, and I was like, man, I feel like adding a phone is a little bit boring because like it's just a phone. But I kind of just realized while I was sitting here that like nobody actually has a proper corded phone anymore. This is like throwback material. And then I felt really old and now I'm sharing with you. Because, like, I don't think I know anybody who, other than, like, my dad, who has a corded phone in their house. Hi, Shawnee. Good to see you. Like, it's an old people thing now. Yeah. And I'm guessing that some other artist in the history of mankind had the same realization when they were painting like a rotary phone. So now we're connected to every single other artist in the world. I don't know, it's just one of those things that you don't really realize. Because we never got like a landline for our house when we moved in, because it was like we have our cell phones, so like who cares? Yeah, exactly. It's like cell phone city now. And like when we were down visiting my grandma, she does have like a corded landline because she doesn't use mobile phones at all. But pretty much the only things that happen there are my aunt and uncle who live next door will call, um, or you get like a million bot calls a day, and that's pretty much it. Right? I remember when like accidentally opening the browser app on your little folded phone would send you into like a fucking panic attack because you were going to get charged like $35. And you're trying desperately to close it as quickly as possible. Yes, I do. I remember trying to learn how to play Snake, and I always sucked at it really, really bad because that was the only free one that was on my little flip phone. I had to be bullied into getting a phone too, which looking back, I understand why baby Katie did not want a cell phone because I was used to people not being able to know where I was or reach me. Um, oh, that's wild, Sleepy. I remember thinking that the neighbor who had a pager was like the coolest person in the world too. I did consider adding a purple plastic pager to this because that's the kind she had. Okay. But then I decided I didn't want to. It felt too old. I don't know. Because so many people don't even know what a pager is anymore, you know? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and looking back, like I knew that if I put a pager on here, people of my age and older would make drug dealer jokes because that was really like why you had a pager. Like you were either a doctor or you were dealing drugs. So technically, either way, you were dealing drugs because that is part of a doctor's job. Um, but it's just one of those things where it's like I don't really want to deal with those possible comments, so I'm just not gonna do that. Yeah, so basically people would call the pager and it would show the number that you were called from. So you would find a payphone or whatever phone and call the number that was on the pager. Um, and a lot of times if you were hiding your trail, you'd call from a payphone. Um, I know this because I lived in a not great neighborhood. Um, it wasn't the worst neighborhood in the world, just to be clear. It was just one of the guys that grew up on my block is in prison, actually. Um, which, like, we all kind of knew was going to happen. But right? Like we had one at my school. We had a payphone at my school because it was before cell phones were really a thing. And I don't know. What's wild is it was there so that kids could who were stuck after school or whatever could call their parents, but they locked the school up. So I ended up like stuck there a fair number of times because I couldn't get into the building to use the payphone to remind my dad to come pick me up from volleyball practice. Probably. There's this is only tangentially related. Um but there is a spot at the state fair here because they always have it on the same grounds. Where somebody has super glued a quarter to the walkway, like to the asphalt, so that they can watch people try and pick it up. Oh no, Shawnee. It's been there for freaking years. It's so funny. I bet that the person who glued that down doesn't even vend there anymore because it's in like the vendor area where like most of the food is now, but I don't think it was always. I don't know. It's pretty funny though. Because, like, you can tell people who are new to the state fair because they try to pick that quarter up. The rest of us know. Ooh, coffee time. I had coffee this morning. I don't think it was enough coffee, though. I've been trying to not drink as much caffeine since I started taking the meds, just because I'm getting, like, hella dehydrated. So I've been trying to stick mostly with water, because I get enough headaches on my own. I don't need to help out like that. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit of an orangey tinted yellow for the low lights on this guy. This is one of those things where, like, I know this is making a difference because I can see it really close up, but I know that it looks like nothing is happening. Hey, Wiggle! How's it going? Flopping in. Oh, I added a new sound that I should check to make sure it works. I was going to do that while I was setting up and then I forgot. Because, like, who remembers things from minute to minute? Not this bitch. Let me test it. So I want to see if it's loud enough.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
That seems like a good sound level. Do we agree? I thought it was funny. Oh no, sprained ankle. That's no fun. I hope it heals up quickly for you. I love how I was like so specific about pulling a reference image up and then I like haven't looked at it once. I'm always like this. I look at it and I'm like, yep, that's stuff. And then I just do whatever I'm gonna do anyway.
Silver screams and phantom power, drowning out all the other sounds. Skipping though the song is dead, clipped white noise circling in my head. Round and round on a velvet wheel, dim and imminent. Little babies and big machines all shimmer to the left, shimmer to the right. I'm gonna tell you what I really mean. Yes, say it in spite, say it in spite. At the end of the line, left, right. At the end of the line.
Oof. I'm sorry, Wiggle. That sucks.
Don't think twice. It's all white. It's all white. Noise, noise, noise. It's all white. It's all white. Noise, noise, noise. I don't wanna hold that gun. Hug the pull trigger till my life is stuck. You know you'll never be enough for us. Rip it up and run.
God, I can hear the cars struggling on the road out front. We've had like crazy warm weather, so everything is just like a hot mess of ice. It's real bad. Oh, that's good, Wiggle. Yeah, those compression things are really good. I broke my ankle a couple years ago now. And yeah, compression bandages, A+. Same with compression socks. I wouldn't have gotten those if I hadn't broken my ankle, honestly. And then had to travel, like, immediately after because my mom was in the ICU. And then decided to die, you know. Yeah, I unfortunately am no longer in the Never Broken a Bone Club. I managed to break my toe, one of my toes, right before I went to VidCon in 2017. So I was walking around VidCon with a broken toe, which was not the most fun I've ever had in my life. And then I broke my ankle. Which, yeah, that's just how life goes. I did it. But yeah, it was not the most fun. And I was just tired. Like I was really out of shape at that point because I really had not left the house in like a really long time. So I was like exhausted. But it was still very nice of so I went because one of my friends paid to take me with. Because well, just because he was being nice. I don't need to get into that whole story today. But yeah, it was very sweet of him to take me with. Oh God, yeah, that's basically what I did. So we've talked about on stream how I have hypermobility, which means my ligaments stretch farther than they're supposed to, so they don't protect my bones the way that they should. So basically, I stood up off the couch and rolled my ankle really bad to the point that like my ligaments were fine, but the bone said actually get fucked, um, and broke. And like my break wasn't that bad because I realized what I had done really fast. So I got off of it immediately. And yeah, and we went to the ER like right away and it was all fine. But yeah, the sound is very distinctive. So my mom used to tell a story because she was an actress, so she had done a lot of theater and stuff. But she used to tell a story of a play she was in where one of the scenes involves somebody breaking somebody else's fingers. And the way that they had done that sound for the stage was by breaking plastic spoons backstage. And they had to change what they were doing because it was making people in the audience sick. And so I rolled my ankle and I heard a snap sound like a plastic spoon breaking. And I was like, oh shit, I just broke that. And Mom was right. That is what it sounds like. Yep, there you go. Now you have more info than you did before. You're welcome. And my brain is unlocking all sorts of weird memories today. I know why that's happening, but I would like it to stop. Oh yeah, I bruise really easy too, which is connected to the hypermobility stuff. Which I was actually really pleased that I mentioned to you guys that I went to a new gynecologist to try and get a hysterectomy. I was really pleased that the doctor like actually listened to me when I said I was hypermobile instead of like, I don't know, questioning me about it. Like she was asking like, okay, where is this diagnosis from? Who's your physician who's keeping track of that? And I was like, I don't have one because expensive. But she actually like listened to me about it, which was really nice. Yeah, yeah, and it's important to the reason that I mentioned it specifically instead of just being like whatever, is because if you're doing surgery, your skin stretch is different. So when they're doing sutures or whatever, they have to do it differently because your skin won't react the same. So since I'm planning on this ending in surgery, like that's an important thing to mention. Especially since I haven't had like a proper surgery before. Like I've had my wisdom teeth out, but that's it. I've got all my other pieces still. But yeah, it was really nice. And she was like, okay, are you calling this EDS or are you going with hypermobility? And I was like, I'm specifically saying hypermobility because I don't have the genetic testing to back me up on the EDS. but like, and I bent my piggyback for her and I was like, but like, this isn't normal. And she was like, yup, and wrote it down on my chart. And I was like, thank you. It was pretty funny. I don't think I was really over prepared for that doctor appointment, which like is just kind of how I roll in general, but it was nice that the doctor seemed to acknowledge that too. Yeah, yeah. And like I do have the backing of other people who do have an official diagnosis, which helps. So I love that, Shawnee. Oh, that's one of Smilky's. That's good. Okay. There's so many tiny little details on these butterfly clips, and they aren't going to be visible when they shrink down to be on a sticker sheet, but I need to do them. Otherwise, my brain will explode. Excellent, Shawnee. But like, I think I told you guys this before, but I went in there with like a year and a half's worth of mood tracking journals to like prove that I have PMDD, which is silly. Like I didn't need to do that, but it was still one of those things where I'm like, nobody's going to question me. I have so much data. Like if you're going to try to sass me about it, I am going to beat you to death with these journals. Oh yeah, they're good. They're good emotes. I think for that one, I just want to do a darker blue for shadow. Yeah, I feel that sleepy. I legitimately have a subscription to somebody whose stream I have never been to because I like their emotes so much. Um, like I have unlocked every single subscriber badge that they have available. Never been in their stream. If I went in to say something, it would say first time chatter and everybody would be so confused. Just because their emotes are that good and I use them a lot. You know, you gotta keep them guessing. It's like pop in, first time chat, 4-year subscriber badge. You know, it's normal. I do normal things on Twitch. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I think I need to update some emotes because there are some that you guys use a lot, and there are some that I think that we could use. I started and restarted and started again a hug that I would like to do, like a squish hug emote that I never finished. When Rainbow opens commissions again, I will be getting an Angie because I need it because I use it so often. Like I get mad when that emote isn't available as a reaction on like Instagram and stuff because it's so perfect. Like you need to understand that I'm pouting like a little baby, okay? That's what I need. I think I maybe should have mellowed this blue out a little bit because it's a little too dark. Let's add a mid-tone in here. But Rainbow's Angie emote is like top tier emote. All of Rainbow's emotes are top tier, honestly. Yeah, that one. Thank you, Wiggle. It's perfect. She's beautiful. You don't need to change anything about her. So I want one of those with Celeste. Yeah, I do. Because that's like my number one reaction to stuff. Is like little piss baby Angie pouting about it, you know?
Told me I could stay until the morning. But would I give my heart back on the way to tend the flowers that you
Exactly, Sleepy. Like, it's the perfect reaction to almost anything, honestly.
understand the
Okay.
question?
This was the color I was using for that.
Paraphrase and understate and throw away until it's what I thought. No one can know. No one will ever know. We ran in circles till we cried and burned our
Okay, I still need to do the chord on the phone, but I think for the most part that's done. That one wasn't super complicated. The other one that's really intimidating me is the flowers, so we'll probably do that next, and then we'll do the beats last. Because I don't know, one of the ways I do things is always front-loading work. So I do the most difficult thing first, and then everything else is easy peasy after that. Because, like, if the most difficult part really is starting, then start with the hardest one, and then it gets easier as you go. That's how I do things. Bootyful.
Words can never represent my feelings. They're just particles of participles parted by the syntax of the snow.
That a little bit too blue, I think. Let's add a little magenta to level that out. I like that better. Boots. A stretchy. Has Grim arrived in my chat? They have. Alright. Stretchy! Oh. Man, I fucked up my shoulders the other day. In, like, perhaps the dumbest way possible. So I've been exercising more because, again, with the medical stuff, I don't want my BMI to be something that, like, keeps me from getting surgery. So I'm not, like, exercising to lose weight. I'm exercising to prove that I don't need to lose weight. Which, like, I'm not unactive. I do enough stuff, but I'll just add some more to it. But I've been playing Just Dance, and instead of adding an extra step and changing into exercise clothes the other day, which would involve a sports bra, I just exercised in my regular bra. And boy, the muscles in between my shoulder blades had something to say about that. So I've been, like, wincing every time I move for the past few days. It's wild. Okay, I did a stretchy. I'm doing a hydrate. Something nice about myself. What is something nice about myself? My brain doesn't want to think of one today that I haven't said before. I guess I should specify. How about I'm a very helpful friend? Specifically in this case, I'm thinking about helping Rainbow out with spreadsheets, because we're going to do that this week. This coming week. So, we'll do that one. That is a true statement. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna need to go back and mess with this a little bit. Or I could throw a paintbrush, you know, whatever. darken that up a little bit. Because I got it too wet and pushed the pigment all over the place. Alright. Better. I can actually deepen this up too. Oh, Grim. I sent you that video, the shut up one, and I was like, I should add that as an alert. It is added now as a channel point redeem. So you guys can tell me to shut up if I'm being mean to myself, I guess. Excellent! I love that, Sleepy. I legitimately love being the cheerleader in people's heads. Because, like, it's a lot easier sometimes to do it for somebody else. Like, a lot easier. And I am happy to be that voice in people's head. Because, like, other people have been that voice in my head, too. So, like, yay! I'm so happy, Sleepy, and I'm so proud of you that you showered and ate. That's great. Good work. But yeah, sometimes you just need to like bypass your brain by having somebody else tell you to do it. Especially if you're a bottom, this works really well. Sometimes I bully my boyfriend into telling me to do something really basic because I'll only do it if he tells me to. You know. Little secrets, little brain hacks. Like sometimes you just need somebody to boss you around. Okay, so the fun thing is that the mic is on my head. So this is a headset. Here, you guys want to see my greasy hair and face for a second? Hi. See, the mic is right here. So when I'm doing the close to the mic thing, what I'm really doing is covering my face like this so that it sounds like I'm really close to you, but I didn't actually move closer at all. There you go. Pro streamer hacks. Yeah, exactly. It's all about just making theatrics, honestly. Because, like, theater whisper is way different than, like, an actual whisper. If you actually whispered, nobody would be able to hear you, and that's pointless if you're doing theater. Can you tell that I was raised by a theater nerd? I was never, like, I did some theater, but it was never, like, my big thing. I'm too introverted, I think. But one of the things about being neurodivergent and masking, which I didn't realize, excuse me, when I was a kid, is that I'm just pretending to be somebody else all the time anyway. So doing theater is like easy. It's like easy mode. People were like, I don't understand how to get in character. And I'm like, you just pretend to be something else. Like, I don't understand why this is difficult for you. It's because it is difficult for other people. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I always explained it as just when you're acting, you're just finding the pieces of the character that match up with certain pieces of yourself, and you're bringing those pieces to the forefront. And nobody else seemed to understand that when I told them that. So, oh, I love that, Sleepy. Excellent. Theoretically, you'd think you'd know yourself, right, Shawnee? But if you've been masking for so long, you don't even really know that, if we're being honest. Like, you'll end up, like, not actually knowing who you are, and when you try to unmask, you're like, I don't even know what's in here. What the fuck? Which, like, same, besties. Okay, let's do phone cord now. Um, Yeah, yeah. Being a people pleaser also, like, bites you in the ass with that. Because, like, I definitely am that person who's like, ah, whatever you want to do is fine, kind of a thing. And I do legitimately enjoy whatever people are doing because I like learning about them. And one of the ways to learn about people is by doing the things that they find interesting. But also, you should be in a situation where you feel safe enough to actually share your interests. Which, again, if you were a neurodivergent bullied kid, hello, me too. You learned that your interests were not safe. And so part of the reason that we like refuse to share our interests with other people is because we've been made fun of so much for our interests that it doesn't feel safe anymore. So you just gotta get to a safe spot where you know that you are safe to share your interests, and then it gets a lot easier. For sure. Yeah, for real, Sleepy. God, yeah, that's so real, Shawnee. Yeah, sorry. Love is stored in the callouts is one of my regular sayings. And it's true. Love is stored in the callouts, but mostly I'm calling out myself. And if you get caught in the crossfire, then you get to learn something about yourself. But yeah, that's something I don't know that has been a regular thing in my life where like I'll try to talk to somebody about something I'm interested in and they don't like it the right way, and so I feel attacked. Even though nobody is attacking me because I used to be attacked for my interests. So if somebody is just like, "Oh, well, I get why you like this, but I like this other thing better." I'll be like, "Ah, yes, I see. I'm not allowed to say anything ever again. Got it." But that's not actually the case, and like untraining myself from hearing it that way has been a task and a half. Yeah, yeah, I feel that, Sleepy. I don't know. One of the things about being neurodivergent is over explaining everything all the time because we feel like if we explain ourselves appropriately, then we won't get attacked for it because people will suddenly understand. And I'm like that explaining emotions a lot because of how I grew up. So I will over explain every single emotion I've ever had in my entire life. Because if I don't justify it correctly, I know it's going to get questioned. Which is, again, not the case anymore. It's fine. You don't need to over explain yourself. But again, hard to untrain. Oh, that's super sweet, Sleepy. I love that. Yep. Mm-hmm. I feel that. The overcorrecting in either direction is definitely a thing. Yeah, for sure, Shawnee. I'm also like that. But it means that because I'm so used to doing that for other people, I get a little weird when people try to do that to me. which I've gotten better at over time because I've been working on it, but I don't know. It's another feeling safe thing. Yeah, it is a little bit wiggle. Not exclusively, but generally speaking, one of the love languages, if you will, of neurodivergent people is sharing their special interests. So if you like to listen to special interest, you are showing affection in a way that tracks with neurospicy stuff. Yes, same, Sleepy. I use so many metaphors. You'll catch me saying I don't want an autism diagnosis. 'Cause I know. But I also want to immigrate at some point in my life, and you can't do that if you're autistic because people are stupid. Ooh, that's cool, Sleepy. I love learning about how stuff works. I'm also just the kind of person who always researches stuff. So if I don't understand something or if I'm nervous about it, I will research it. Because the more I understand it, the less there is to be scared of, right? Which is why I had a pregnancy scare once, and I researched for 3 days everything about pregnancy tests and abortions. And it made me less nervous. And everything was fine. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, if I'm going into a surgery or something, I will research how that goes, like how it's usually done, and I will look at like actual doctor charts and stuff for how to do it. When I was going in to do my wisdom teeth, I actually watched a video of a standard wisdom teeth procedure that was meant for doctors. Yes, exactly, Sleepy. You gotta do the whole, like, 4D experience. Oh, interesting, Wiggle. It is a spectrum, so, like, not everybody is going to pop the same way, if that makes sense. Ooh, that sounds fun, Sleepy. I'll have to look at that. I just like knowing stuff, honestly. I like learning. Which is part of why I have so many fun facts for every single situation. It's just because I like knowing stuff. Which is also kind of why I don't understand people who don't like learning things. I don't know, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to learn something if you could learn something. Like, I understand people who don't like school, I get that. But just like somebody who's like, I have never read a book. And I'm like, okay. I love that, Sleepy. Hell yeah. I cannot do math in my head. I can do math on paper most of the time. Sometimes I even do it correctly. Not my strong suit, but it doesn't need to be my strong suit. Okay, I'm gonna end up going back over that with some white ink too, I think. Let me pull up. Oh, I completely forgot about the N64 controller. What am I doing? See, I get too nervous around money and I can't even do math correctly, honestly. Okay. Like even with, because it's money, it makes me more nervous. Oh, good. That's great, Sleepy. One of the first place that I worked up here, actually, they didn't let you use the register to do the math. Like, you straight up, you were not allowed to do that. You had to do it in your head, and you had to count out the money a specific way. And I was like, cool. So basically, you're just making this 10 times harder for no reason because they thought it looked unprofessional. Which just meant that I fucked up way more often. Which I think, yeah, I don't know. It's a locally owned business, and it's changed ownership since then, but I've never gone back because the owners were so fucking awful. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it is. And I thought that when I started working there too. They were assholes though, so like whatever. And it's really funny because if you talk to anybody else who worked there during that era, they're all like, "Oh God, it was so bad. The owners were so awful." And I'm like, "Yeah, they really were." Like literally all of us were like, "This is maybe the worst job I've ever had." Oh, I hate that, Sleepy. Yeah, people who think that they're like in charge of everything and you need to do it their way. It's like, no, actually, there are a million ways to do things and I don't need to do it your way. It always drives me nuts when like people are used to doing something a specific way to the point that they like aren't capable of realizing that there's other ways. So if you do it a different way, they flip out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because yeah, the the college bookstore I worked at up here was very much like that, where it's like, we've always done it this way. And I'm like, there is a much easier way to do this. Why are we still doing it this way? It's like, well, we've always done it this way. And I'm like, that is a horrifying phrase. You can learn something new. You aren't dead yet. Like, please. Oh, yeah, it started doing that now. It did that to me too when I was in Libstream the other day. And I was like, this is far from the worst thing that has ever been posted on Libs chat. Like, this is not even, like, this won't even make the top 3,000. What are you doing? Yeah, honestly. I'm trying to decide if I want to stay with the kind of like gradient flat vibe or if I want to go back over and shade them a little bit more. I think do the gradient first and then I'll see what I think. This is going to take a million years to do this flower. It's fine though. No, it's a Twitch message. It's not auto mod. Like, it's something separate, Shawnee. It's just like, this isn't blocked in this chat, but are you sure about it? And it's so stupid and I hate it. Like, that isn't going to keep anybody from doing it. It's kind of like how Twitter did that thing where it's like, you're trying to post something that we don't post here on twitter.com. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? I just got called 4 slurs. Yeah, I have my auto mod like way, way down because I get annoyed by it. Honestly. Because what auto mod thinks is bad is stupid, if we're being honest. Yeah, exactly, Wiggle. Like this is the way we've always done it, and if you try to make me change it, then you're actually attacking me as a person, even though I wasn't the one to come up with doing it this way. And it's like, are you okay? Like, for real, is this all you have going for you and you're attached to this for some reason? Because this does not matter. Like, even a little bit. Are you okay? Like, do you need to go take a nap and have an appy juice? Like, what's going on? What are you actually upset about? I think we need to discover our feelings. Then maybe you need to get some appy juice, Shawnee. I did have mac and cheese and appy slices for lunch yesterday. Which I probably won't do mac and cheese again today, but I will probably have appy slices again. I love juice. Juice just slaps. It's always good. That one ended up like way blue. That is bluer than I meant for you to be, buddy. That's better. Oh, it's good. Like, I will say that like homemade mac and cheese is way better. I had just like box mac and cheese, which is like fine, but homemade always is better. Although it also takes more effort, so you know, depends on what you're going for there. Yeah, that's fair. It is a very like American food. I don't think I'm allowed to send any to Finland because it has powdered cheese in it, which is a dairy product, which in general you aren't allowed to send to other countries. Otherwise, I would offer to send you some. But I think you have to get like special permission to send dairy products. If I recall correctly. I had to check to see if I could send a certain kind of candy to my other friend who lives in Finland, so I vaguely recall some requirements. Like, it is shelf stable, but yeah. Yeah, otherwise I would also send ranch to Stars. Because I'm perfectly happy to send our weird ass foods to other places for people to try. Good, Shawnee. I always add jalapeno pickles, like pickled jalapenos to mine. It just perks it up a bit. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. Which is why it's a prepackaged product here, is because we're all lazy. Me too. I go through so many pickled jalapenos, like, they're so good. Like, you took this pickle and you made it super spicy? Fuck yes. I think it's because Serranos are a little bit more variable when it comes to their spice. So it's harder to, like, qualify them mass production wise. Oh, so it's usually coins, so it's like sliced jalapenos to make the little rounds, and then they're just pickled. So it's just like a standard vinegar kind of pickle bath. There's no like dill in it or anything like you would find with a dill pickle. It's just kind of like a standard kind of vinegary pickle vibe. And they just keep really long in the fridge because they're pickles, right? So they last better than fresh ones, and generally up here at least are cheaper. Oh, really? Interesting. I really like them. That makes sense. See, I like them, so. I also like fresh jalapenos. Those are fine too, so. I'm easy to please in this matter. Although I need to be careful about how much jalapeno and spice I eat anymore because I started having a reaction to it that I think is the start of a allergic reaction, so I gotta watch out. So far, pickled jalapenos haven't done it to me, which makes sense because the pickling process defeats some enzymes in general. I've never had Whataburger, which I'm sure isn't a shock, but I don't think I've ever seen one. Haha, good one, Shawnee. Carl's Jr. has a good jalapeno burger, in my opinion. Although it's usually too much burger for me. Like, it's just a large burger. Shawnee, don't let them catch you. Yeah, those are big burgers. Like, it's a lot of food. And like, I am a lot of person, but not that much person, you know? I do think I am gonna fill in the spaces in between the blooms up here with just like a flat lilac color, because I don't want to have to figure out like the background kind of situation for this since it's just a sticker sheet. I'm not gonna cut those little pieces out or anything, so I should just fill it. I do need to figure out what finish I want to do for the sticker sheet because I do order my sticker sheets. So for most of my sticker sheets, I have frosted, which means that the edges are mostly clear but have a little bit of a like a kind of matte finish to it. So this is one, it's just on white paper, so I'm just gonna peel up the edge here so you can see. So it's like clear but has like a little bit of a frosted vibe to it, so that the edges like are like you can see the edges, but they still will blend into a page a little bit. And it's a little bit more expensive, but I do really like the way it looks. So I might do that again. I don't know. If anybody has opinion who would buy this, let me know. Because I am open to suggestions about that kind of stuff too. I'm probably going to work on getting that other idea inked to do next Friday. I did say at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say again, no stream on this coming Monday because I have a modeling session. So I'll be doing that instead. And making that money, you know, by being naked in a room full of semi-strangers, as you do. You're welcome to do that, Shawnee. You guys are welcome to have a party here anytime you want. Just, you know, clean up after yourselves. But I do have one more idea for this color, and I did get that sketched out. I haven't gotten it finalized yet, so I'll do that. But I did show it to my boyfriend, and he immediately went, "That is so cursed." So I think you guys will really enjoy it. Grim has also heard of this idea, but has not seen the sketch, unless Grim's brain blocked it out to protect themselves. So we can work on something like really weird together that my brain pooped out, because that's how my brain works. I can show you guys like the little baby sketch if you want to see, or do you want to be surprised? That's the thing. Like, I can just surprise you next Friday and you guys can think about it until then. Or I can show you the very brief sketch in my sketchbook that I did. Oh, that's great, Shawnee. I love that. But that's up to you guys. Maybe we can get a poll going. Do you guys want to see the base sketch, or do you guys want to be surprised? I think it's really cute, but nobody else agrees with me so far. Hi, Matto. Good to see you. Here, do you want to try to do a poll, Shawnee, or should I do it? I can do it if you want me to. But we can start a poll. It's going well. How are you doing, Matto? Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's do this flower. Okay, we're gonna do a 3-minute poll, and I'm gonna let you guys do extra votes because I like mayhem, but only a little bit. Oh, no worries, Stars. I got it. The real problem with the way that Twitch has polls set up is that if you have a like ad blocker, it sometimes won't let you do it because the pop-up gets blocked and then it throws a little hissy fit. A water. I'll do a dink of some readers. Oh, hand and wrist stretchies too, thank you. Okay, I've dinked multiple oiters. I took multiple sips. Now I will do stretchies. Ooh. Yeah, I love lilacs. They smell so good. In the house that I grew up in, we had a lilac bush off the side of the house. It always smelled so nice. It is a pretty intense smell, for sure. And one of those ones where sometimes the type of people who like to wear lilac scent are not always the best. I will say that. Ooh, pretty. Sorry, I'm moving my headset. That's what that sound is. That's the problem with having the mic attached to my head. Ooh, dogwoods are also really pretty flowers. Although, I don't know if this is an everywhere thing or a US thing, but the dogwood has been, like, co-opted by weird Christians. Oh, that is a lot of votes. You guys are battling. My favorite thing about the polls is that it outs whoever spent the most channel points on it. All right. Excellent. Okay, I will show you guys now as promised. So this is just like the rough sketch that I plopped down so that I wouldn't forget my idea. I'm going to tell you the words and then I'm going to, well, am I going to tell you the words first or do you just want to, I'm going to show you and see if you can figure out what it is. Actually, I'm covering up the words that I wrote in my, here. Can you tell what's going on here? I doubt you can. Let me zoom in on this for a second here. Boop, boop. You gonna zoom, buddy? Please? It is exactly Grimace Lolita. I love that you can tell that, like, immediately. Will you actually zoom? You will only zoom to a certain spot and you will unzoom, but you won't zoom past that. All right, buddy. Thanks for that. Okay. Yeah. Pastel Lolita Grimace. So it's gonna be like the light purple color mostly, except for Grimace obviously is a darker purple. And I do have a proper digital sketch going. I'm still working on it, but I will say that I showed my boyfriend Cap. I showed him the sketch I was working on, and his immediate response was, "That's so cursed." I don't think it's cursed. I think he's cute. Why can't Grimace look cute? You know? It's like that one kid who goes, I look like a burnt chicken nugget, but I'm still cute, you know? So I'm excited to be able to manage that this month. I wasn't sure if I was going to have time or not, but I think I will manage it. I think I can get it inked this week, and then we can work on it on Friday. And it's not a huge deal if I don't get it finished like right away this month. Oh, the poll for the next color and focus is up too. Let me see if people have voted yet. It should have been released yesterday? Question mark? Let me double check. On the worst app known to man. Did it post? It did post. All right. The one I suspected to be winning so far is winning so far. So yeah, that poll is up and you can vote if you are a patron. Tiers start at $1, so it's cheap to sign up. So if you want to decide my art fate for next month, you can go there and become a patron and vote. Or if you're already a patron, you can go and vote. And we'll see who wins. Although I suspect I know who's going to win, if I'm honest. But we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so we'll work on that next time. The grimace. Because I thought it would also be kind of a funny sticker, honestly. I'm trying, one of the things that I'm like committing to improving about myself is being less scared about doing like fan art and stuff, because I always get so nervous about it. But like, it's whatever. Excellent. And some people slam their car doors like really loud. What's that about? You don't need to close it that loud.
to the wedding. Do you think they care where the crown goes?
Half a sneeze. Yeah, I think I need to carve each of these petals out a little bit more, and then I'll be happier with it.
Like a movie, what's your story? What's the refund policy? We want violence, we want blood, we want superhero love, we want all the answers that
Maybe deepen up the background a bit too.
we want laughter, we want pain, everyone will know our name.
Just to push it back a little bit more and differentiate it. Then add a little bit of yellow in the middles.
Are you in need of assistance? I can assist with my fists in a little turn and a twist too. Keep my prey at a distance. If we join in arms, we can become more than one. We can pass the torch back and forth, set the world alight as we fight and unite. Ooh, when you're feeling low, you can. Ooh, take my hand, I'll show you to the gold-plated finish line. A swift kick and a smile that take them by surprise. You're feeling fine 'cause you start to drive as you cross your heart and hope to die. 2 steps back, but 3 steps forward. You're pounding just as you cross your heart and hope to die. A convoluted twist. I crave the taste of it. A little slice of bliss. Oh, I'm feeling this. So put me back in the mix. See how the pain it flips. See how the boxes ticked. Better watch your steps. You're feeling fine 'cause you start to drive as you cross your heart and hope to die. 2 steps back, 3 steps forward. You're pounding just as you cross your heart and hope to die.
Maybe I'm not quite gonna finish this stream. Because I think these flowers are going to take a while longer. We'll see. But I can still, like, finish this over the weekend, and then we can work on Grimace.
Who said in my head I knew it? Flies creep to keep you down. Muddy the middle instead of drying up the now. The greatest kind of love is a fantasy. I know I can't imagine it true. And if you had a part, it's a part of me. Smooth and dappled hues. See you shining like a black swan on the edge of what you know. Warming wings, wax and feathers, all the things you can't control. Bandage my body in blue light until I am 12 feet tall. Safe in the city of one eyes, where the worms and weevils crawl. Praying to the goddess of white noise. Fill the fog with freckles of gold. Sleep inside the sun as the air spins, with songs from another.
Ah, thank you.
See you shining like a black swan on the
I think just pushing these negative spaces back a little bit is going to help a little. Whoa, a little treat.
edge you can't control.
We'll have a little treat. Thank you.
Like a black swan.
I need to work on that little blood a little bit more, I think.
Warming wings, wax and feathers. I'm the one you can't control.
Sky right here. Okay. What kind of a little treat do I want? I have so many options here. You know what? Let's have the peppermint bark that's been sitting here since Christmas. Ah, thanks, Shawnee. We have a square of peppermint bark, which I really like. I like peppermint bark. Although this isn't really peppermint bark, if I'm being honest. Peppermint bark should have like big ass chunks of candy cane in it to the point where you bite into it and think that it's gonna hurt you. This is peppermint bark with the teeth taken out of it. It's not really a bark, it's like a light growl. But you know, a little treat is a little treat. Yeah, my brother got this in one of his little gift baskets from people at his church. And he just lets me pick out whatever candy I want, usually. And I really like peppermint bark, so he said I could have it. Because he is a nice brother. I'm really just a nice person. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Okay, I think I need to leave that. Because I think if I do much more to it, I'm gonna end up overworking it and it's just gonna be muddy. And it's gonna be a tiny little sticker. I can phrase that differently. One of the things I have been working on with myself is like realizing that a lot of the details that I put in a larger piece are not going to be visible once I scale it down. So I tried to like not get over attached to my details. Because I am clearly a detail person. Like I will add teeny tiny details. But that also isn't super important when you're doing sticker work. Which most of my stuff ends up with stickers because that's what I make the most money on. So, all right. Let's do the controller. I also need to add yellow to those. Purple, you got it. Where's all my glitter paper? Yeah, here we go. This is gonna end up looking way bluer on camera than it is, I think, but yeah, that looks so blue. It's purple. I promise you it's purple. I would hope so, at least in this matter. I'm not sure what kind of person I would have to be to try to gaslight you about the color of a star. Here we go. Little purple glitter star for Shawnee. Into the bucket it goes. Okay. I do think I'm going to take a quick break because it has been 2 hours. And I should get up and do a little stretch. That's another thing I'm trying to be better about. So, yeah, we can all take care of stuff.
If you didn't fight me.
All right. Okay. We can all take a little break. We can do a little stretchy, maybe get a drink. I'll probably refill my water. Oh, excellent, Sleepy. Yeah, you've done a good job of setting yourself up for success. So we'll do a nice little break-a-rooney here. I'll stretch. I'll refill my water. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You can do whichever of those activities are useful to you. You could also get up and go look at something farther away from you than your screen. That would be good for your little eyeballs, and they would thank you. And then we will meet back here in a few, okay?
Halloween in my soul.
All right, I'm back. Are you back? Probably. Hello. I got to go, I was gonna switch my laundry while I was standing up, but the washer overloaded. So it got uneven and stopped itself. So I got to re-even out a bunch of really wet clothes, which was super fun and definitely involved some stretching. So we're so stretched. I agree, Matto. So that should be done, and I can put it in the dryer once I'm done with stream. It happens a lot with this dryer, especially if you do things like fuzzy blankets and stuff like that. They get uneven and unbalanced, and it throws the thing off, which is good. It's good that the washer stops itself instead of just, shaking itself apart. But, oh, hi, Aria. Yeah, it happens. It's not that big a deal. It's not going to ruin my day or anything. I'm glad that I noticed now, though. Okay. So, controller. That's my next step here. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the details and then the color, or if I want to do the color and then the details. And I think color is in the detail. We're going to need to be a little careful so that I don't color over the buttons. I was going to mark them off with masking fluid, but we discovered at the beginning of stream that my masking fluid has gone off, so it was way more likely to damage the paper. So I ordered some new one while we were on stream. And some new one? Yeah, that's proper English. Don't worry about it. But masking fluid is just liquid latex, so eventually it degrades. Or, turns into a weird booger in the container. Or both. Words are hard, especially when, I don't talk that much, if I'm being honest. I'm not a very social person. So many days, many weeks, I don't go around just, talking a bunch. The most, I'll say a couple sentences to my brother, kind of a thing. So talking so much and being, the one person talking when you're streaming is, a thing. So I just give myself a lot more opportunity to make mistakes. And my brain pretty regularly does not run at the same speed as my mouth. So I mix things up a lot, which is fine. That's not a big deal. But it is something I notice more often when I'm streaming. Although I did that with my boyfriend last night when we were playing Minecraft. Because we were setting up a orchard area. And I was like, I think I've talked about this on stream. I know that I've mentioned it on Tumblr, but I have not played Minecraft before. So my boyfriend is basically teaching me Minecraft. So I was trying to ask a clarifying question about if I needed to dig up the stone that was in the ground and replace it with dirt for the trees to grow. I assumed that was the case, but I wanted to make sure. And instead of saying, do I need to replace the stone with dirt, I said, do I need to replace this rock with stone? And then I just stopped and went, what the fuck, mouth? Like, that was not a helpful sentence at all. Like, that does not get across the thing that I'm trying to say, even a little bit. And to his credit, he still did understand what I was asking, bless his soul. But it was one of those things where, like, something comes out of your mouth and you're just like, what the fuck, brain? Come on. Get it together. Okay. Ah, good. I'm glad. It's definitely one of those ones, like this controller in specific, that we used to fight over who got to use the purple one. You know, classic kid things. It's definitely one of those things that I was thinking of with this color. So I was like, what kind of interesting things can I do with this color? I could just do a bunch of flowers. I don't just want to do flowers, kind of a thing. And I was like, oh, what about that like purple plastic that we used to get a whole bunch of stuff in? Let's do like a nostalgia and sweets kind of vibe. Because that would make a good sticker sheet, and I haven't added a new sticker sheet in a while, so. That's so fair, Shawnee. I do think I'm gonna do some darker spots in here where like boards and stuff would be underneath the plastic. Just like vague though. I don't want to go like hardcore so you can see like all of the motherboard and whatever in here, but we'll darken up some areas and see if that gets the vibe right.
There will come soft rains in time when you
I think adding a little bit more paint spray to this is going to make that read better. It may end up just looking like it's a splotchy purple. We'll find out. Good work, Sleepy. You're killing it today. Keep Yeah, I think this is ending up just kind of looking splotchy. We'll finish what we're doing and I'll see what I think. This one also goes over here. Flapping in. Hi, lesbian.
One place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
You got it. Stretchy. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I don't know that that really looks like what I want it to look like. I think it just looks splotchy. Hand and wrist stretchies. I think maybe if I deepen it up a little, it will. I'm also worried to do that. I think it'll look better once I put highlights on it too. Yeah, I was trying to do like the shadows of the mechanics inside. And I just don't think it's reading very well, that's all. Ooh, nice. I think I need to let that dry for a little bit, actually. can do right now
Said it must be when
is shade this a little bit.
the world outside is cold and bright, but when you take a breath, you'll inhale the sunlight and exhale the rest.
And then we can add some little dots of yellow in here.
We give up ourselves until love leaves a bruise. Invest in some chain mail to withstand abuse. But what if love is more than just the sum of what it cost? You yearn for the part of yourself you thought you
Okay, subtle change, but good.
were older than we used to be.
I take it back. Maybe we are finishing this today. I don't know. I keep bouncing back and forth. Where's my beads? There we go.
Maybe we've got all the time, and maybe we don't know. In spite of our failures, the lines twist and curve to regrow the branches the night has disturbed. But when we wake, we'll take the shape of something free and bold, and rest in the shade where the new grease the old.
Okay, I think making some clearer lines there helped that. It was just looking a little bit too muddy, I think. But that has clarified it a little bit. So I can just smooth that out a little. On the inside, and that'll be just fine. I think we can blast the rest of this out. And then I will end stream and go eat lunch and do other things like my laundry and maybe shower. Pretend that I'm a person for part of the day. Instead of an artist, you see. An artist is not a person. Okay. Yeah, I need to too. Since I'm going to get a vaccine tomorrow, I could shower in the morning, but then my hair would be wet when I go in, and I don't want to do that to myself. So I'll do it today, and then my hair will be dry, and then I won't have the horrid affliction of overstim via hair happening. Yeah! We'll let that dry, and then I'll go back and color in the buttons. Yeah, I feel that, Shawnee. One of the things, like, I slept really well. I mentioned this. I just slept, like, really hard. So waking up was, like, a task today. And I don't know that I ever truly accomplished it, which is good. I needed, like, an intense sleep. But also, oh my god. Ooh, yeah, that's fair, Sleepy. I have like a big ass weighted blanket. I got a heavier one recently, and I love it. I just need to be squished for my mental health on a regular basis. So I was like super cozy, and like I had the blanket pulled up all the way to the top of my chin, kind of a situation. And then my alarm, well, my alarm isn't like a go off one. It's one of those ones that does like a daylight filter. So it does like a fake sunrise, and it started going up, and I just looked like a fucking miserable creature with my eyes half open and my blanket all the way up to the top of my face, and I was just like, ugh. I don't want to get up today, but I have to. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help here that, and I'm sure this is the same in a few places in Canada too, where like the light is still not happening when I have to get up. So it's still like really dark out, and it just feels miserable. Yes. Squish that cat. That's me. You need to squish me. Oh, I hate that. It's always worse with daylight savings too, which for some reason the US still does. It's just, it's a mess. It's a mess. Just let us all go back to bed. It's Betty bye time. Right? I'm like a completely different person during the summer when the light is out. Like, I am way less miserable all the time, and I hate it. I hate that I'm just like a fucked up houseplant. Like, what the hell? I shouldn't be this dependent on just like a thing burning a million miles away from me. What the fuck? Ridiculous. I think I'm gonna do like a tiny bit, maybe a blue, just to color the edges of these white letter things. Yeah, I'm no longer really a night owl. I'm not really a morning person either. I'm just not a person. Um, but like I wake up relatively early, I guess. I wake up at like um generally between like 8:30 and 9 most days. I guess I could have just done a gray for that. I like the blue. We can just shade with blue. We're allowed to. Yeah, I have a happy light alarm clock basically. So it like brings the light up, and it also does a like sunset thing that I use at night. It's nice. Yeah, yeah, they're really good. It's a Lumi brand one. Do I want to make the stars yellow? I think that I do. Let's do that. I kind of want to make these star beads yellow. They'll really pop nicely. It is like an awkward shape, which is difficult for my bedstand, but it's fine. Yes, Shawnee, 100%. 100%. Man, what I should do, I say as if I'm not going to just work this weekend. What I should do is stay in bed one of these days and like actually read the book I got from the library because I have not gotten very far in it. But I want to. And I think it's one that has a long enough line that I'm not allowed to renew it, so I really need to get it accomplished. Ooh, excellent. Yeah, I'm reading, I just started the first in the Mistborn series. My brother's been reading it and Cap likes it, so I was like, oh, I'll get in line for it at the library. And it was a long line. So I finally got it and I've been reading that, but only a little bit. But I should have some time to like settle into it this weekend when I'm not feeling great after a vaccine. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So far, what I know about it is that there's a lot of slavery and there's also magic. That's what I got so far. Ooh, yeah. I do all the digital stuff just because I don't want to have to go return stuff, and I don't want to be responsible for a book that isn't mine. It scares me. Like I used to do that when I was on college campus a bunch because they have an interlibrary loan with the local library, so I could just have stuff like delivered to where I was going to be anyway. But now that I'm like never leaving the house, I don't want to do that. Yes, exactly, Sleepy. Like, I love the library. I love just sitting there and being a little weirdo in the stacks, but I don't want to have to go someplace. You dig? It's just like, I don't want to do that. I want to be at home in my comfy pants.
We're not dead, suspended in a place of hush, not upset, just puzzled by the sense of amusement.
Yep, samesies. Like, I'm fine being a person out in public occasionally, but it is still masking for me, like, so if I can avoid it, I'm not going to, you know?
Tell me how far you're thinking, then I swear if you wanna go.
And one of the cool things about living in the digital age is that I actually have library cards at 3 different libraries so that I can access all their digital collections, which is great. I love it. So I pay the Queen's Library to let me access their digital materials. I have my local one. And then I have the Queer Liberation Library. So I get 3 in one app, and I can like find out who has the shortest line for a book I want to read and stuff. It's great. Yeah, so all of the libraries in New York, the public libraries, you can pay a $50 per year fee to access their digital materials. So I've been doing that. This is the second year I've done that, and it's great. Like, I'm saving money and I'm helping another library, which is great. Love libraries. Yeah, I just use my iPad, which I also use for like art for work, right? So, which is fine. Like, that's not a big deal. But I did have a Kindle for a little bit, but I really didn't like it very much. Because, like, this is a weird thing to, like, be annoyed about, I think. But it did annoy me. You can't set the, like, lock screen image, or you couldn't when I was using it on Kindles. It just rolls through, like, a preset list. And I was like, well, then that doesn't feel like mine. I don't like that. It's so weird to me. So I used it a little bit and then didn't use it again because I just liked my iPad better in general. It didn't make that much of a difference to me. Ah, yeah, e-ink is supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, that's fair. I'm usually pretty good about it. Like, if I'm settled into read, I'm settled into read. But I can totally understand that. I also use an app to keep me from using my phone when I'm trying to read a bunch. I use Forest, which they're changing their model soon, which I'm hesitant about. Because they're gonna add a subscription thing, and they're like, oh yeah, we're committed to keeping this the way that it's always been, and I'm like, I don't trust you, actually. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's feeling sleepy. I don't know. I'm good at like settling into doing whatever I'm doing usually once I manage to get there, you know? It's the getting there that's the problem for me. But Forest has you plant a little tree to take care of. and you can set it so that it doesn't let you open certain apps on your phone, and you can set like a different time limit and stuff. So I use that as like a timer for some stuff, and I use it to keep me from playing with my phone as much. So yeah, that's because everybody's brain works different. Like I do definitely do the hyperfixation situation to the point where it's like 5 hours later and I realize that I haven't eaten or drank any water and I haven't gotten up to pee in a really long time, which is part of the reason why I use Forest, is because I'll check in on my little tree and I'll be like, okay, that means it's time for a break, kind of a thing. I'm also lucky to have people in my life who will message me and be like, have you taken a break today? And I'll be like, taking one right now. What color do I want to make that bead? I think blue. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm like that with spreadsheets a lot. It's like one of the worst ones for me. Definitely Shawnee. Yeah, yeah, I'm like that too, Sleepy. If I get in the right zone. Lesbian. Okay, you dry down here. Let's do some buttons. I am going to pull up my reference so I get the colors right. Ah, bye. Excellent. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad they ended up looking like right. I was concerned. But you never know if you don't try.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't really decide I was going to do that until we did it too, which is always a little scary. To add a little bit more blue to this green to get it right. That's better. Okay. Let that dry. Shade it again. Are you dry enough that I can add that? I think you are. Okay. Ended up with a little bit of a pigment blowout up here. So I'll need to clean that back up in a second. Okay, is there anything else I want to mess with right now? I will say I'm really pleased with how the waffle cone looks. I think I've figured out how to do that in a way that looks good, finally. That's pretty much it, honestly. Yee. Getting the shading right for the indents is always a little bit difficult. But I killed that one and it didn't take me very long at all, which is good. I'm learning. I'm getting faster. Okay. Oh, the orange ones are still... Again. Let's... Oh, good. They're scraping the street. It's like, what is that super loud sound? They're scraping some of the ice up. Excellent. We love that. Okay. I think we're down to adding white ink to stuff. I still need to shade these buttons. Are you dry enough for me to do that? I think you are. Let's just go for that then. Then we can start adding some little highlights to stuff, and then I think this sucker's done.
I love your goopy wiener.
Thank you. Thanks, Goose. Good to see you. Yeah, I've been doing well. How about you? Good, good. Yeah, sometimes that's the best you got, which is perfectly valid. Okay. What else do I want to do to this before I add highlight to it? I maybe want to put on the earpiece of the phone a little bit more. Just kind of do that. I like that better. Yeah. I'm glad I finally like figured out an idea for this. It took me a while to just like sit with it. I think just because I was so burnt out from my trip when I came back. I had to really like think about it this time for the color. Sometimes it all just like I have too many ideas and it all pops out of me. And sometimes I really gotta like drag shit out. Like muck in a river. I think doing some shading around the bottom of this too. It says best friends. They're best friend bracelets. So this one is best and this one is friends. I considered doing the Broken Heart BFF necklace, but I kind of wanted to add some like pony beads in. Just because that just feels appropriate. Okay. Okay, I think it's high highlight time. Really, I should let that dry so I don't put my hand in wet paint, but we know how good I am at waiting. Okay, here's my skinny. It does have stars. This is true. You gonna actually draw, buddy? Maybe? There we go. Alright. This is the teeny tiny nib. And there's also, I have some thicker ones too. But let's start on these guys. I think these are going to be teeny tiny details that nobody can see once the sticker sheet is done, but it makes me feel better. And that's the important part. I feel like I've been kind of quiet today. Probably because I'm not really awake, but I also don't know that I really have that much of interest to say. Which is fine. I don't need to be interesting all the time. A tweet? Wow. Thanks, Aria. Think. Do I want a caramel? Or do I want salmiakki? That's the real question. think I want salmiakki. All right. Thank you for the little treat. I'm a salmiakki. Well, I'm having 2 pieces, but you know. I was like, this won't make much of a difference. It did actually make a big difference. I like that a lot better. All right. Especially on the darker colors. Ah, got you, Aria. I did hear that. I'm just gonna finish what I'm doing and then I will take a sippy, I promise. All right, much better. Thank you for the hydrate, Shawnee. Okay. Highlights on the beads still. I don't think the flowers need any high highlights. I might do some on the ball and chain here. Well, the ball chain, not ball and chain. That's two different things. I do need to do some on our beads here. To end up with a tiny little white smudge up here. I think I can just lift up like that and we'll be fine. All right. think for the most part I did pretty good leaving the paper white where I needed highlights on these, but there are a couple that are just a little less detailed than they could be. But we have the technology to fix that. Well, I think that's it, friends. I think we finished it. Look at us go. Which means that we can work on Lolita Grimace next time, and you guys will all be so excited. I did do a sippy. I will do another sippy just for kicks, though. There you go. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I think once I scan it, I'm going to lighten up the cotton candy stick a little. I just think it ended up a little bit too dark. But other than that, I think this is pretty solid. I'm not going to need to do like a crazy amount of editing on it, which is good. That means we're getting better. We love an improvement story. So let me go figure out who we're rating. I believe Rainbow is still alive, so we'll go bother Rainbow. And then I can go eat lunch and do my laundry and, I don't know, pretend like I'm a human being for a while. Okay. Let me do 35 things at once. Let's go. Let me change over to the ending screen first because that is, in fact, what is happening right now. I can close that window. I can close that. Let me do this. Okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me finish a sheet, which I should take a photo of now that it's actually done because Rainbow will want to see it. There we go. Like I said, there won't be a stream on Monday because I have a modeling session, so I will see you guys next Friday, and we can work on Lolita Grimace. So I'll see you then. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Let me actually start the raid properly. That would be a smart thing to do. There we go. Okay, we're going to go raid Rainbow Sheep, who is probably working on some butt art, and we're butt fans, so it'll be great. There are 2 raid commands in the chat. One has an emote that you can use if you're subscribed to the channel. The other one has an emote you can, or emotes you can use no matter your subscription status, so feel free to copy and paste the one that is relevant to you if you're joining us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being nice. Thanks for hanging out and just being cool peeps. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. And if you can't take care of or be kind to yourself for yourself, please do so for me because I think that you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's hard, okay? So we can work on being kinder to ourselves and then we can meet back here for a top up later, okay? All right. I will see you on Friday. Bye.